Are you not yet leveraging email marketing because you just don't understand it, or are spending way too much time writing emails or employing someone who takes lots of time to write the emails and not getting enough results? What if I told you can actually automate all of it? Hello, my name is Christian Jacko, and I'm the founder of Context Solutions, an agency where we help our clients develop systems that convert more leads automatically through AI. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you one system, and that is an automatic email newsletter system. A system that, one, actually writes the emails and checks to not write the same kind of email as the last 10, and also at the same time reviews the actual open rates and the different subjects covered in your emails, and adapts its strategy over time to get the most open rates possible. And all of that, of course, automatically. So let's get right into it. So this is going to be a pretty beefy system. What I mean by that is we'll have two Make.com flows right here. This is for the content creation part. So this is the actual copywriting part. As you can see, it's pretty big. And then we've got the strategy reiteration. So that is the brand manager, marketing manager, which is going to adapt the strategy over time. It's a bit smaller, but still pretty heavy. And that in the background, it's using 4 different supports to make the system run. One of them is a spreadsheet with all of its generated emails written down here. So you can see it when it actually creates a new email. It will just update this spreadsheet. And right now I've got it configured to run every single 6 hours. So it is gonna put out 4 new emails every day. So you can just, every day you can just read it through its suggestions, choose one and just post that to your email list. Then we've got what I call the operating space. This is a spreadsheet where we have the system prompt we're gonna use to actually generate the emails, right? So this is a pretty big prompt. And then we have the review entries and the change log. Here it's for the brand manager, marketing manager part of the system. Here it's gonna give a detailed breakdown of the emails that had been sent out during the past 40 days, and what the open rates, email sent time, preview text, and subject line, and what does best, and from that data, what can be improved for the future. And then it takes that information and changes the system prompt for the next emails to be generated using this system prompt, which is changed with new strategy. And the change log is just a log of what has been changed on the system prompt after the system has reiterated a new system prompt. Of course, I'm going to explain all of this in detail, how it works in a moment. Then it uses Pinecone, which is I will just explain it I won't really get technical here. It's a knowledge base. We're just independent from actual Make.com. And this allows us just to pull information about the business I'm doing this newsletter for, and from there just generating content without and this allows us to have, let's say, a PDF of 100 pages. It just returns 3 pages that are most relevant to the prompt that we're using. And then this is the window buffer memory. It's in a table that allows us to get that every single time it creates a new email, it writes it down over here. And when it reaches 10, it will just, and when it's adding a new one, so that at that time will be 11, it will just delete the oldest one, which just leaves the 10 newest emails. And we're going to be using this buffer memory of the email body and subject lines and preview texts to give it to the AI and tell it to do something different. If not, because we're basically giving it pretty much the same prompt every single time, it'll come up with the same emails every single time, and we of course don't want that. So let's get back to Make. Let me explain first the content creation part and then strategy reiteration part. So I'm gonna go briefly over this, as going with it step by step will be a bit long. If you want to really go deep down on how it works and the specific details of it, what you can do is just go to the video description here, go to our website, schedule a call with us, and I can just break it down to you how it works. Okay, so first of all, we give it a simple input. So what is TNF and what are we concerned about? TNF is the company this email marketing system is I'm building for, and Border Recomposition is their niche. This is the prompt we're going to use later to pull data from Pinecone. I'm going to explain later. So here then we get the system prompt we're going to be using all throughout this the system. Then we get all of the Airtable entries from the window buffer memory. So we have a clear view of what has been done in the past 10 emails to not replicate that. Then we have a ChatGPT prompt here that basically here you can see on the window buffer memory that the last 3 emails have the value, and we wanted to alternate between value and promotion. So the next email is going to do, it's going to be in promotion instead of value. And this is the data analyzer that's going to be analyzing what's the previous email tag and then changing it. Then we're going to check for everything that's incompatible with JSONs. This is a very, very useful prompt. I will put it in the video description because I have struggled way too hard to find this, and this is a lifesaver. Then we're going to create an embedding based on the input. Now the embedding is basically a vector that we're going to be using to find similar entries and Pinecone, so the actual knowledge base about everything in the system. Again, I'm just going briefly over this, so we have actually time to cover all of it. In Pinecone, we're just going to retrieve all of the data, and then about the TNF and Border Recomposition, then pass it to Claude and tell it to, so here we've got the system prompt, and then gonna give it a user prompt to actually generate an idea for a new email to be sent up to the TNF newsletter. Here we've got, so previous TNF emails, to summarize the results, the content, TNF content, and this is from Pinecone directly. So this is all of the data we just retrieved. And the email type is this one given from here. So from that, we're gonna also, again, reparse it to Pinecone, that idea we just generated, to get relevant info about TNF and Border Recomposition that is related to the idea. And then we have 3 Claude Claudes here, and this is going to be to create the body of the email. Yeah, so write the email outline from the idea given below, and this is the data, etc. Then we've got as a prompt to generate the subject line, and we've got the email idea, body, and all of the information about TNF. Then we've got another one, which is to create a preview text with email idea, email body, email subject line, and all of the data. So we have a really tailored subject line preview text and email body. After we have all of that, we're gonna paste it on the emails created Google Sheets. So we store in the Google Sheets for either a human to approve it. Again, here we can also make it just send it automatically, but I don't want to, because you want, in most cases, it's still a human to oversee what's actually doing and have it just the AI propose a couple of different emails and a human to choose from one of them, for example, 5. instead of it just sending it automatically. And of course, it's an email campaign, so you cannot withdraw it. And then we update the window buffer memory. So here what we do is create a new entry on the window buffer memory using the email we just created. Then we get, again, all of the entries on their table. So to see how many entries do we have. If it's more than 10 here, so if it's more than 10, then we get the ID of the newest one. I mean, the oldest one, so with the earliest date, and then we just remove it. So we're always going to be on 10 max email entries on window buffer memory. So this is all about the content creation side. Let's go into, let's just discard this. Let's go into strategy. So the marketing manager, brand manager job. So here I'm using MailChimp to send out the emails for TNF. So what we're gonna do here first is ChatGPT, okay, give me I give it the current date. I ask it to, okay, give me the date precise of now minus 35 days. Then the date of now minus 35 days, so 35 days ago, we're gonna paste it to MailChimp as since send time. So we're gonna take all the emails from 35 days ago to now that have been sent on MailChimp. Then just parse all of the subject lines, preview text, send times, email sent, open rates and click rates. So we have then combine all the variables, then give it to Claude to actually work with it. So here we ask it to give feedback on it. I tell it to that you are a seasoned and experienced email marketer with plus 20 years of experience, gives all the data about the previous email marketing campaigns we did, and there's all of it. And your job is to identify trends here. Which subjects are doing the best? Which ones are performing worse? Which subject line structure is getting the most open rates? Are we repeating the same subject too many times? And ask it to answer those questions and then give possible adjustments to make for the next campaign, fully focused on getting the highest open rates. For example, if the last two emails have been on the same subject, come over a related subject to the body weight composition niche. Give a very detailed analysis. This, we're gonna put it on, then we're gonna retrieve the system prompt, and we're gonna prompt Claude again using the feedback strategy we just generated, the system prompt, and gonna tell it, okay, using the feedback we just got, change one or two things in the system prompt to get that specific outcome. Then from there, we asked the GPT, okay, give me differences between the system prompt we already had, the original one, and the new one. So this is going to be the change log. And from there, we just add a row on the operating space for the review entry, which is going to be this exact node right here. So the feedback we just received. And then the change log, which is going to be this. So what's the difference between the new subject, the new system prompt and the past system prompt? And then we're going to update the first row to actually change the system prompt. So we have a clear view of, well, we have a clear view of what can we improve on, with a very detailed analysis, what the AI has done to improve it, and the actual system prompt for the next campaigns to be using it with the new improved feedback. So, as you could tell, pretty big system right over here. It covers everything that is content generation, it covers everything that is strategy, and it basically Here, the content creation system, I run it every single 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. So every day I have a couple new email suggestions to choose from. And strategy reiteration, I run it every single 3 to 4 days. So it just looks at, because we are sending emails, let's say every single 2 or 3 days. So it just looks at the new emails we just created, what's the actual open rates, when's the send time, when is all of that, how many people would we target, and from there creates a new strategy, implements it, and we move forward by creating new emails. That's pretty much the entire system covered. If you've got any questions about it, of course, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. I will reply to every single one. And if you're interested in having a system like that made for your specific brand, your specific business, simply what you can do is just either copy me, although it's going to be a bit complex to set it up and take a bit of time. And if you don't have the time, you can just go to the description of this video. There's going to be a link right here, right to our website. You can schedule a call with us and we can speak directly about your needs and what we can do for you. That being said, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And see each other in the next video.